Chris, do you have any input for new technicians? Or?
New technicians probably wouldn't start a dealership. It's a very steep ladder to climb because dealerships there's a lot of politics. Whether the dealership is good or not. My only advice is find a local shop that's willing to pay you to learn.
That too.
Yeah.
You guys all started at dealerships, other than
I did.
Chris. You started at a dealership?
No.
No.
I started at a performance shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all did?
I started at Bergenfield.
Now, who went to tech school and who didn't? Did you all go to tech school?
I went.
We went at the same time. We went to Lincoln Tech together.
Okay. You went to tech.
I went to UTI.
And you did too, Chris.
Yeah.
So you guys all went to tech school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what do you have to say about that? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think?
I say if you want to get into the dealership, just go straight into the dealer. Because no matter how much tech school you have, they're going to throw you on the oil change line anyway.
Yeah.
And you're going to learn in that oil change line. And then while you're sitting down, not doing anything, go and interact with the other techs, see what they're doing. You know, find someone who's willing to answer 10,000 questions.
What if they think that kid is weird or some shit, and then you guys just talk shit about him in the shop?
Well, we're gonna talk shit regardless. we're gonna talk shit.
I was
regardless.
gonna say they always talk shit, and that's fine. Whatever.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know.
To back Eddie's statement, when I went to go apply at Ramsey, I was working at a performance shop. I was doing engine swaps, trans swaps, suspension installs, everything within my first 2 years of becoming a mechanic. All that experience didn't matter because I had no dealership experience. Yep. So when I went to Ramsey, I was an express lube. So you literally, when you get to a dealership, you start at the bottom. If you have no knowledge of any mechanical knowledge and you don't know anything about cars, LTI is a great place. If you do have knowledge and you can know the basics, just go straight to a shop or a dealership.
I kind of agree with that.
Dude, you know what LTI was sick for?
The
parking lot.
Yeah,
bro. Oh my God. Dude, I drifted to IS there like a couple years ago because I was at my parents' house. And I'm like, where the fuck can I test this out? Oh, I know where we could go. And there was like that little off-road testing section.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
the hill.
talking about? Oh, yeah, dude, you can launch fucking crazy shit off that.
Somebody
did. That was the way that you figured out
In the parking lot?
who was actually learning at that school and who was going to drop out. The kids that were drifting during lunch. That's what I heard. Miyagi, his brother, fucking
Dan?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Jesse.
I would come out for lunch and all I hear is like an RX-8, just like 9,000 RPM, smoke in the parking lot. I'm like, all right.
Yep. Yeah, because the friends I have, well, this is how it was always, I remember my friend Dustin. He's the one who taught me how to drift. He taught me how to work on cars not for the most part, but he was one of the people. He went to Lincoln Tech and he would always say, fuck that shit. Like, don't go to Lincoln Tech. Like, he would always tell everyone, like, no, don't go to the schools. Like, it's a waste of money, this and that. And then some other people would say the same thing. But then I'd like look at my whole group of friends and I'd be like, wait a minute. All the ones that are actually smart and know what they're doing went to Lincoln Tech. Mm-hmm. So it was just weird. I was like, they're all telling you not to go, but at the same time, those motherfuckers are the ones that actually learn something and know more than all the other people I know that didn't go and are trying to work on cars. So I think it all depends on what you put into it.
It depends on how you...
That could have been Jesus.
It depends on how you apply yourself.
It might be.
He's warming up. That sounded like a rotary.
Yeah.
I'll turn on my car right now.
What'd you say?
Go.
What'd you say, Nick?
It depends on how you apply yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I was eager to go in there and learn how to work on cars and shit. But then there were other people in there that their parents were just like sending them
Forcing
to school.
them to go.
Yeah, they didn't want to be there. And I remember being in class and I remember not being like getting the 4.0s or, you know, not doing the best in class. And everyone was like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do this. I'm like one of the few that still actually works on cars.
Yeah.
And it's like I wanted to do that. I knew I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
It's about how you apply yourself pretty much.
A lot of... Actually, it's him.
The rotary is out.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just some people just were forced to go there by their parents. I remember I went for the tour, like the open house thing, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll go here. I ended up going to a community college for 2 years and not going to LTI, and then I
Fuck yeah, good
ended
choice.
up working at a dealership while I was going to school, And I got lucky because I knew Justin, who was working there, and he got me a job. And once I got my foot in the door, and I realized, oh, you just have to get your foot in the door. Once you're in here, you're pretty much set. Because LTI, they don't give you ASCs, they don't give you any, they just give you a certificate.
You leave with the AC.
Oh, you do it.
Conditioning?
When you take the air
609.
conditioning class, you get a
Yeah,
The 609
that's,
certificate.
yeah, that's just the handle.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can buy refrigerant.
Yeah.
Refrigerant.
Yeah.
But
So
I
it's,
think trade school now, what we're in, the what's going on in life in general, it's probably not even worth going. I went back in 11th.
oh, yeah.
School was 24. I think UTI now breaks half a hundred. It's like 50 grand.
50 grand for Lincoln Tech?
No, UTI.
Same shit.
I don't give a
though.
fuck.
Probably the
50
same.
grand?
I paid more for that.
Are they giving you a free car?
And it's a year program.
Yeah, I think
That's even worse.
So you
like a
Look it up,
You're
man. Look it
literally
up.
just
Lincoln
setting
Tech. How much is
yourself up.
Lincoln Tech?
For
you-
debt.
Basically
Lincoln Tech
that.
and UTI.
And
Yeah.
you think you're going to pay off that debt working at a fucking dealer?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you're
Unless
gonna
you
put
know
your life
like
through
that.
hell. You're gonna want to freaking hate life, and
Nah.
then you're gonna have to figure it out.
It depends what you.
It builds character.
yeah,
It does.
It's still 32. Look
yeah,
up.
'cause
Look
when,
up.
when I went in 2014.
UTI.
That is literally my college
32?
education, bro.
Yeah,
Was
because the 20.
Okay, so it's still
23 when I went.
Okay, it's still.
When I went in
that's-
2014, it was 27.
I always thought it was around 30 grand. So yeah.
Jesus.
that's back what?
That says 22
That's
to 24.
current. Oh,
All right. So Brian was wrong. Thank God. But
If you're going to
Bruh.
go to tech school, that's
Bruh.
a tech school.
It's
to
still
go
a
to.
lot.
yeah, it's a lot of money.
Wait,
but
Malcolm,
Is
can
that
you
in
look
New
up?
Jersey?
Somehow they
that's-
kept the price the same over the last 10 years. which is
I also think
Can you look up
UTI is a
nursing?
longer
Program.
program. LTI is 13 months, and I think UTI is 15.
15 or 18. Depending
Yeah,
on-
depending on what you're going for.
I mean, you could extend it. You could extend it if you choose like a Nissan class. If you choose BMW.
Yeah.
Oh.
But mine was a solid year, and then you could pick a BMW. They called it Fast Track or some other stuff.
So did UTI help you get a job at a specific dealer?
I went to the one in Orlando,
Yeah.
so I was already in Florida,
So
and
you-
Orlando was already boring. Did they help me? I wouldn't.
Would
say
they have helped you?
me? But it just, I guess, it looked good on a resume.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And dealerships idolize people that came out of UTI because it was like, I guess, better than Lincoln Tech, but I didn't know anything besides the difference.
Yeah.
But
Lincoln Tech
it
didn't.
helped back then. I don't know about now.
Does Lincoln Tech do
Lincoln
they
Tech
give you?
does help you get into dealerships.
Okay.
I didn't get that help because I was already working at a performance shop. But when I applied to Ramsey, that was my saving grace of getting hired.
Okay.
And my parents just bought a car.
Yeah.
Ramsey was really big on hiring anybody that was coming out of that Mawa campus.
Okay.
Like the director there just had deep ties with every single dealer up and down 17. I mean, it's funny because I didn't get my job at Nissan because of the school. I was actually picking up lunch at like Taco Bell. And the service manager having me walking out, I was in my uniform, and he just asked, "Hey, how much longer do you have in your program?" And
That's
I s-
crazy.
And I said to him, "Oh, I think I have like 3 months until my internship period where I can just go to work." He's like, "This is your car?" I was like, "Yeah." And at the time, I had a Mazda Protege 5 wagon, and it was clean, I guess. And he said, "Oh, it looks really well taken care of. Like, if you want, stop by after you're done at school and apply." And I got in doing quick lube there, working from like 3:30 to like 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. They were poaching people at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Him right there. Him right there. He looks good.
That's. I mean, it's definitely good info because like if I was, 19 years old again, and I heard this conversation, I would love to hear this conversation because you don't know what to do. Like people ask all the time, like, should I go to a tech school? Should I not?
I think my best opinion is what Chris said.
Yeah, his is definitely right. If you don't know anything about cars, then you probably should
And
go.
don't want to create a debt
Yeah,
in your life.
and
Just
you got to be sure that you want to do this too.
that's
obviously.
that's the main thing.
Yeah, which is almost impossible because
It's a big investment, and it goes to anything you go to school for. Like, what you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
So if you're okay with blowing $40,000-$50,000 on, a bachelor's degree of, communications, congratulations. Like, you're gonna work at Best Buy the rest of your life.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially. And, if you go to a tech school, you have to take it serious.
Yeah.
With anything that, you're spending money on.
Okay, now, would you do it again?
I think. Hold on, someone's gonna call that.
I got Jesus over here
calling him out.
Jesus is really actually here
Dude, he's
trying to
actually
race them.
talking
I
bad
sent Jesus
shit right
home
now.
in his R33 because it's too slow to get his booster car to get spanked by a simple STI.
I guess we're actually racing this shit.
I'm gonna spank the fuck out that shit.
The call out was serious. It
Yeah, he
I
actually
lost
showed
my
up.
train of thought.
Damn.
Speaking of call out, bro, quick little DM from Josh here. Josh DeLees, your favorite buddy. C's Garage, he's like, this guy is going to finish a car.
Why would
And it's
Josh
gonna
say
get
that shit,
shipped
Malcolm?
to final bout.
Why would Josh say that shit? We had a personal fucking conversation.
Ain't no fucking way. You better hurry the fuck up.
Anyway, would you do it again? We're gonna go to every single one of you.
Do what again?
Go to a tech school, become a mechanic.
So because I had almost no knowledge, I would have to go to the tech school.
Let me ask this differently. If you could do everything again, would you still be a mechanic today? Or do you think you'd go a different way?
I'd still be. I love what I do.
Okay.
I hate the politics behind it, but I love fixing cars.
Okay. Chris, you better be careful now.
Josh said, don't tell him it was me.
Would I do it again? Yeah, I'd probably do it again.
All right.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
Brian?
I don't think I'll do the trade school again.
No.
I would just probably try to jump into a shop and shadow off of that and learn my knowledge off of that.
Okay.
I would do it again.
Whole thing.
Yeah, because I didn't know. Excuse me. I didn't know how to do an oil change when I got to Lincoln Tech, and now look at all the shit we do.
That's. I had a feeling that that's what happened with you, but I didn't know for sure. That's fucking crazy. So you literally did not know anything about cars, and you went to Lincoln. So you're literally the perfect example of what we were talking about. Yeah. Okay.
What cars do I fix right now? Everyone's gonna hate me for this.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Nick
Want
might
me
be.
to say it?
Go for it.
I work on Teslas right now.
Yo, I didn't know if you were allowed to say that, but that was the funniest shit ever, bro, when I saw you. Because, in
a full Tesla.
I was leaving.
What's up, guys? Don't forget, we are giving away a Thrash Racing seat of your choosing. Anything from the Pro Spec Sigma to the Gamma to the Beta. We got all the seats here. We got a lot in stock, and if we don't have it in stock, you can special order it, and it'll come on the next container. Every $5 spent is one entry, and Faction Motorsports branded parts and merch are double entries. So make sure you get those orders in on the website for a chance to win a Thrash Racing seat.